Hi everybody, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. If you don't want to listen to this little intro, just go straight to the description box and find out your link to your sign. If you want to go immediately to your 1111 portal sign for more info about your situation. I want to take a moment here and just start to say I am trying to upload. I think I have 7 or 8 videos just waiting to be posted right now, and I'm having so much difficulty with Vimeo, first and foremost, as we say, as I have a little speech difficulty. It's been just one big technical hassle one after the other, and so it's just sort of a huge sign also to just skip Vimeo altogether and probably move on to Patreon. And I'm starting to look into that. I'm gonna probably make a video about it and describe how that's gonna work, because me and Vimeo, not like this. Anywho, I so wanted to make this video today because I feel like it's such a, you probably see that I try to put a little makeup on to make myself feel a bit better, and the rest I just sort of didn't care. I still don't feel well. I've been feeling really lousy, to be honest, and I just wanted to come here and make this video anyway, because this 1111 portal, to me, it just feels like it shifts everything. I don't know what it's going to shift. I just have this immense, like, the energy feel. And I think that the energy shift sort of lightened up probably around Saturday or Sunday, like the past Saturday, Sunday. Something was like a little, and I understand the election was taking place up until Saturday. So it was like a big, like the energy was really building up. So you probably have been feeling that, maybe confusing it for other things going on for yourself, but maybe just actually tuning into the majority of what the people were feeling a lot across the globe. Not every person was following the election, but a lot of people were. And it's still not over. It's still a bit weird energy, but I feel like around Saturday, Sunday, something just released in the ethers. At least for me, I started to feel a bit better. It started to be a bit more flowy, and yet it was almost like you go on vacation. At least I hear this. It doesn't happen to me all that much. I can't say, but maybe you've gone on vacation. You work, and then you go on vacation, and then on the second day you're sick because you sort of relax everything, and then everything comes up to the surface. That's what it's been feeling like for me. It's like I relaxed on Saturday, and then everything is not true, because I haven't been feeling well since I don't know when. But it was a release on Saturday, Sunday. And then ever since then, it feels like it has been more and more of a release. And now the physical is sort of trying to catch up. It's like it's getting rid of all the toxins. It's getting rid of everything that doesn't serve you anymore and doesn't serve you up until this 1111 portal. Not only doesn't serve you in what we've been holding on to, like for 2020, it feels like it's a whole freaking old era. That's why my intention for this channel is all about the new era. We had a big shift on the 8th of the 8th as well. I wasn't really feeling that one, and I'm in Leo myself, and that was in my month and around almost my birthday, and so, but I wasn't really feeling it, I have to be honest. But this 1111, I already feel it, and as I talk about it, it's like I'm getting it's like I'm a very young, coming into the what is that called in English? Menopause. There's not menopause going on here. It's just that hot and cold flashes is what it feels like. As I'm talking about this portal, it's hot and cold flashes. Okay, so it's a big shift, and probably a big shift for a lot of you guys physically. Ascension feeling, like ascension symptoms, as having a cold, having light pressure over your head, feeling dizzy at times because there's a lot of opening up, maybe even struggling with your heart, like feeling fatigue, like you can't sort of do all that much before the heart starts to pound. It's like what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with you. It's ascension symptoms. Okay. You can be very light sensitive, very sound sensitive, taste sensitive, like everything tastes too much, too spicy, too much, too harsh, you know. Those symptoms can be going on with you. I just feel like going through this portal, it doesn't have to be like dead on 11/11. It can be around it, and I dealt with them since, what date was that? We're early November, probably, I would say. When I think about it, late October. So late October, and probably not just on the day, although I wish for it, that this whole thing that I'm feeling and the fact that I'm actually just quite dizzy as I'm trying to record this, why push through this? Like, why do you think I'm a martyr by sitting here and just, you know, I just feel like there's such a shift and I want to be in on it, and I want to share whatever wants to come out, especially for you. And so this time around, you may want to check out the entire read from Aries till Pisces, or at least check out your sun sign, your it sounds like I speak a bit Chinese, sorry to any Chinese person, but sun sign, it sounds like it's the sun shining, it's a sun sign. It's check out your sun sign, and you're never gonna ever hear that any tarot reader ever again say sun sign without you thinking about that. It's so funny. Sun sign, moon sign, and your rising sign or ascension. It's so interesting because in Swedish it's called ascension sign, rising sign. It's the ascension. Anyway, something special. You can use it as like to write down whatever crap, whatever person, whatever situation, whatever old belief systems that you hold. You can write that down on a piece of paper today and make it very ritual if you want to. If you want to use this 11/11 portal, it doesn't mean that you can't do that today or that on the 12th you're screwed. No. But you can really emphasize it on the 11/11 portal energy here, and just use the energy as a before and an after. Write down whatever it is that you don't want to keep, and go to the extremes if you want, and tear it up and burn it into flames. And then pass through the whole day of 11/11, get through that day and get actually to on the 12th, or even at the very end of the 11, depending on when you listen to this message. You're not going to miss anything. If you listen to it on the 13th, you didn't miss the chance or miss the boat. I would say move past this energy. And I don't know too much about Mercury and Mars and whatnot is going on in the ethers. I just feel like there has been, I mean, it's a good thing I don't believe in dark forces, because I would say something or someone is working against me. Like somebody doesn't want me to get my messages out there, because it's like it feels like one thing after the other has just been not working. When I sort one thing out, like the next thing is sort of catching up. And that is a belief system now that I have to release. Like, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these videos out after 11/11, because it has become a belief that, you know, once I fix these, once it doesn't, you know, screw with the video recordings, now I can't upload what I want to upload, and then when I can upload, then probably blah blah blah. I think it's me being redirected, as I said. So whatever stuff like this is going on for your life, in your life, write it down, burn it up or tear it up, throw it, and make sure you throw it away, because that's energy you're laying around. If you put down on a piece of paper exactly what you don't want, then you keep that. It's not good. And then passing through the 11/11, come 11/11 night, or 12 or 13, 14, move on a bit into the future. Then, equally important, sit down and write on a piece of paper what it is that you want. But I would write down that from a better standpoint. You sort of can't be in the dark and saying what you want at the same time as you don't too much feel what you want to let go if you're in the light. So take whatever crappy moment you're in and use it to your benefit, and just write down whatever you want to lose. Switch your energy, be in a better place, sit down on the night of 11 or 12 or 13, 14, 20th, and then write down on a piece of paper exactly what you want the rest of your life to look like. I am grand, I know. Okay, so I'm going to go into these readings now. So, Aries, welcome to your 11/11 portal message. It's going to be a short and quick, just a little something to have in the back of your mind as you're moving through this 11/11 portal on this very crucial. I think everything is about to shift. Everything in this world is about to shift. Even shuffling, I'm not gonna, it's just so you can feel a bit sorry for me. Even shuffling feels a bit hard. Okay, so through this, guys, this flips, but it doesn't come out. So trapped in fear, number 8. So it's like you're asking for your strength, you're asking for more power. And so this is when you feel like you can't get out of a situation. Old beliefs, old thought patterns. This is what we're stepping into, though. It's like we're releasing old thought patterns, releasing old belief systems, and gaining strength. And through this portal, through the main shift for you is going to be about this number 1 base chakra. Everything that has to do with home, family, new foundation, feeling support, feeling supported, supporting others. Support in your base chakra is all about, that can be money, it can be people that you trust, people that you really, really like are coming into your surroundings and wanting to help out. Shifting everything for you. And it's a black border, so it's all about the universe and you being in contact with the universe. Brand new beginnings with the number 1 there. And then number 6 with victory and success. This is all about when you step through the portal, what you're asking for. This is 6 is all about the connection with yourself. 6 is all about love. It's all about joining that higher. It's like a commitment to your inner being. It's a commitment to your higher self. So it's really, really beautiful. Victory and success is all about, this is more towards the material stuff, but it is a purple border. So it still speaks about the spiritual path. And the number 6 is a connection between your physical being and the non-physical being that is you. Between the earthly persona that is walking around here, connected in with a non-physical, way, way grander version of yourself. That is the very, very number 6. Okay, it's talking about victory and success. How you want to leave behind trapped in fear, old belief systems, whatever has not given you strength. You want to get rid of that. When you step into that, you have endless possibilities. Speak your speak. Talk your talk. Walk your walk. Speak your speak is a new one. That's absolutely gorgeous. And then together, combined, 1 + 6 = 7. That is the final frontier. That's all you need. It's when it's time to take that cake out of the oven and really enjoy it. So that's beautiful for you, Aries. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Taurus, welcome. Everywhere. Taurus, welcome. So let's see what's going on for you in this 11/11 portal, what we want to leave behind, and what we want to step into. Wow, they don't even want to talk about what you're going to leave behind. They don't want to talk about it. So material harvest, material and spiritual prosperity. Wow. So this is what you're stepping into. This is your new found place. We have number 9 and number 6. I love how we can play with those numbers, how It's number 9 is 6 upside down, and number 6 is 9 upside down. What? You figure that one out. It's 2 red borders. So the red border speaks about laying a new foundation for yourself, strong new foundations with 2 red borders. 9 is all about endings, like coming out of the old and stepping into the new. And number 6 is all about that connection in with your higher self, coming into connection with your heart, with your deepest desires. It's a link between the non-physical and the physical. So it's a very, very strong energy here. Number 9 also represents the unconditioned. Like whenever anything is still in the works to be coming and you still feel excited about it, you understand that it's not due to the physical stuff that you can choose to be happy. You can choose to be happy anyway. And in the meantime that you're choosing to be happy, all the material stuff is going to fall into place. But this is both with this 9, with the sun shining behind you there, material harvest, building a home perhaps. Red border and foundation is all about home and support and money. And with the material harvest, it just talks about how it's time. It's time for you to enjoy the good stuff. And then we have material and spiritual prosperity. So this is the number 6, the connection in with your higher self. I see a lot of Libra here. I see a lot of Gemini connection. So also good karma returns. Whatever you've been working on with yourself is going to finally you're going to start to see the light of it. It's really beautiful. And here's like you're looking out over your mansion, like you manifested your mansion, beautiful big home with a pool, with, it's a bit of Vegas vibe here as well if you want to. Something with the watch there, maybe to watch out for something, not in a bad way, like keep a lookout. I get this arm watch for you young folks who doesn't know what that is. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. It looks really, really beautiful. So thank you so much and happy 11/11. Gemini, welcome Gemini to your 11/11 portal situation. We're gonna leave something behind and we're gonna step into something new. So we're gonna leave behind and step into something new. And the new, wow, I feel like there's one more. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so what we're leaving behind is I feel like there's heartache and heartbreak that we're leaving behind, emotional loss. This could have been like a long time. I mean, it can literally be the loss of a loved one, somebody that broke your heart, hardship, somebody crossing over to the other side, switching, like going from your old version to the new version, it can be as well. Because sometimes it's like when we leave that much behind, we almost have to grieve it because we've lived with the version of ourselves for so long that we need a little time to actually let go of it and release it and grieve it as if it was a person. But you're leaving a lot of that behind, and due to it, there's been a lot of spiritual growth here, a lot of spiritual growth. We have a green border, so it speaks about the healing and the wholeness that you're stepping into. 5, there is what you've overcome. It's a change, and it's a change in your life path. It's a beautiful shift that is going on here for you. There is a bit of a waiting game going on here, yes, between what you came from and what you're stepping into. Gemini, the waiting game is like some days you feel like you're on top of the world, and some days it's like you just want to crawl into bed and just pull the covers over you. And just know that this is a process. It's so beautiful because we have start with the number 5 and then we move on to the number 6. Guys, Gemini, you're the third 6 that is coming out here. Aries had number 6, Taurus had number 6, and you, Gemini, have number 6. And then you had other individual numbers next to it. But 6 has kept, let's see if 6 is going to keep coming out here. That's interesting. Because, yeah, so just say, leaving the old behind, whatever hardship that you sort of now are stepping away from, we're leaving that in the past. And so there's a little bit of a waiting game here. Sometimes on a good day, you feel on top of the world. You're making connections. You feel fine. And on the other days, it's like, why is it taking so long? It's hard to leave behind. It's those old thoughts that keeps coming up. Maybe old patterns, old people keep showing up in your life, and you're like, let go already. So it's a bit of a waiting game here, just in between. So be sure to write down whatever you want to release and just tear it up. Because what you're going to step into now after 11/11, the third eye chakra. So we have number 6 there, as I said, which is the connection in between you and your higher self, between you and your heart. That's pure love. And the black border is all about the connection in with the universe, how you are in I was going to say competition, but not at all. In like a friendship, a good friendship with the universe, which is yielding everything that you want to you. Third eye is all about opening up that intuition, really trusting that intuition within, trusting yourself with everything that you feel, and also opening up a lot of those psychic, that's why with these ascension symptoms, we can feel a lot of dizziness, and we can feel a lot of like pressure over the head, a little headache, trouble sleeping, all of that, because there's so much activity going on. And I feel like with this, it's almost like it's going to burst through here any second. So those psychic centers are being really, are really being hyped up. It's like you literally are going to a very, very next level, Gemini, with this. It's like bursting through and probably starting to pick up. You already, Gemini, are picking up stuff from other people, but this is gonna bring it to a whole other level. So it's really beautiful to see what you're stepping into after 11/11. Very, very more in tune. That intuition is going to be through the roof, and then awakening those psychic centers. Really, really interesting. So happy 11/11, everybody. And welcome to Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. Happy 11/11. Let's see what's going on for you. Whatever we're leaving behind and whatever we're stepping into. What are we leaving behind for Cancer, please? What are we leaving behind and what are we stepping into? Wow. So, something indicates that old relationships, old partnerships are being let go. Whatever doesn't serve you anymore, whatever doesn't work in your life anymore when it comes to partnerships and relationships, is being let go. So if there's been partnerships in businesses, if there's been relationship like romantic relationships, Cancer, those are being let go now. Number 3 there indicates passion and creativity and joy. How it's so interesting because usually when this is sort of being put in the positive light, it's like it's such a connection in between those two people there coming together. Today it's like it's almost a bit of codependency. It's almost like a bit of like, I don't want to let go. So the hardship here, I feel, is to let go of something that maybe is a bit dear to your heart, or maybe it just has been around for a very long time. You know, certain things are not, serving you. You might have had a chronic illness for however long, and you wouldn't say that it serves you just because it's been here for a long time, right? So there's something to be said about letting go of partnerships and relationships coming up. And this is not news to you. It's not new to you. This is something that has been going on for a while. After letting that go, and we're looking forward to the spiritual growth here with the purple border and stepping into that creativity, passion, and joy after this. And then there's a lot of change. After this 11/11 portal, there's a lot of change for you. With the number 5 there is overcoming whatever you needed to overcome. And numerology wise, it's all about the change. So changing your life path, really stepping into the truthful version of yourself. The throat chakra is all about speaking the truth, speaking the authentic version of who you are, and leaving everything else out. It's not coming with you. You're stepping through this portal. You're in connection with the universe, with the black border there, and all you want to do is to show up as your most authentic version of yourself. Everything else has to go. Whatever sort of doesn't serve you in terms of yourself also, not just people and situations, but old beliefs, versions of yourself that sort of doesn't match the new energy. So it's really beautiful what you're stepping into. Just continue to speak that truth, Cancer. It will serve you so well. Just dare to just speak your mind. Okay? Thank you so much, and happy 11/11. And so we're moving into Leo. Welcome, Leo, to your 11/11 message. So let's see what you're leaving behind and what you're taking on with you into the new energy here. Leaving behind and taking with us. Don't make me shuffle all this much. There you go. Wow. So, it's like you take one final look at the past. Interesting. So, number 5, again there. Number 5 with, again there, I just said, because Cancer had it. And we've had a couple of signs already with the number 5. It's all about the change. It's all about the change. And I see this as you gathered a lot of information, a lot of wisdom. Like you've grown exponentially in the past. The path to this very place has been probably very challenging and very, very expanding. Can you say that? To say the least. It's like the expansion has been tremendous, and it's like you take one final look at that little house there. It's like that house feels crowded. It feels too small. It feels like it doesn't fit you anymore. I don't know if you necessarily leave any people behind. I just get this feeling like you take one last look at what you're stepping away from. Perhaps there are some people that you leave behind, and then there are some people that's going to replace that. I almost see this as a black hole, even though it's the brightest, lightest hole you ever saw. Like with the sun here, very much the Leo, or with the sun coming out here, it's almost like it's looking like we have, where do I point? Like we have a situation with like a wormhole, a black hole, like there's something being sucked in. So it's almost like the sun, it's almost like you started to walk this walk. You had the book of wisdom there with you. You really have, you were going to go it alone anyway, but it's like the momentum has picked up so much that the sun is now drawing you in. It's like the vortex is drawing you in. The treasure chest with everything that you gathered up, with everything that you wished for, the momentum has picked up so much speed that it's like you're being drawn into it. So that's really beautiful. We're leaving the old. You're just stepping away from the old. It's like you take one final look at you know what that is. You're knowing what you're leaving behind. One final look is like, it's all good. It served me so well. It has made me grow into this beautiful person, because you're completely dressed in this purple dress or cape or whatever I'm going to call it, which is talking about the full spiritual growth within you. And then you're stepping into this number 9, which is about endings, what you're stepping away from. But number 9 is also about it's about the commitment, and it's also about the unconditioned. It sounds like they speak like completely against each other, but they don't. The unconditional love, it's knowing what you need to know before anything happens. It's like, see it before it happens, hear it before it happens, understand it before it happens. and also not one single more minute depend on anything happening for you to feel joy or feel happiness or feel love. Knowing that the unconditioned, like before the condition is there, before the car or relationship or money or even spiritual growth is there, you feel excited about it, you feel happy about it, and you feel content anyway. That's the unconditioned. But this, like, spiritual strength is something that that's why I say there's been tremendous expansion here. So spiritual strength is something that you gather when you've gone through something like Dark Night of the Soul, the Phoenix Rising, all of that. And you gather so much information here, so much wisdom, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. This is going to escalate, though. We have the spiritual border, we have spiritual strength, we have the unconditioned, like number 9 there. Everything speaks for the spiritual growth and the spiritual mastery that you're now stepping into, passing this 11-11. So it's really powerful, Leo, but I wouldn't expect anything less. So that's absolutely gorgeous, awesome. So thank you so much, and happy 11-11, everybody. And Virgo. Hi, Virgo, and welcome to your 11-11 message. Let's see what you're going to leave behind and what you're going to step into after the 11-11 portal. What are they going to leave behind, and what are we going to step into? Seems like you don't want to leave behind anything. Meaning, let's see. What do we want to... Wow. So, because I'm drawn to talk about what you're leaving behind, there could be a three-party situation here. A three-party situation doesn't necessarily mean that there's been cheating or that there has to be a third person. It can also be that maybe before, when you chose, either if there was people in your life that chose perhaps another person over you, like having another commitment or dealing with other people, several people more than you. It can also be that they're so engaged with their work, they're so in favor of their friends. Like there's a third party that always made you feel like, you know, you're not what do you say? You're not their main priority. And there's a lot of things to be said about that, but it's a bit of a screwy energy here. So Virgo, this is all about leaving everything of that behind you, not dealing with any shitty relationships anymore, not celebrating. As I talk about it, this is so interesting because it feels like this is just slowly starting to fall away, and more we just come into this celebratory, like 2 cups. We have 2 cups here. So this is like that's like a soulmate connection right here. So whenever you leave, and this can also be like old beliefs that you had, worthiness issues that you dealt with, stuff like that you just need to leave, to just drop. Before this 11-11, just write that down and just drop it, because there's nothing, it couldn't be more wrong that you're not worthy, right? So, this is all about a green border as well. So it talks about the healing and the wholeness that you're stepping into. And there's rejoice and celebration. So there could be something about leaving something behind to then come together with certain people that you missed for a while. Number 3 there indicates manifestation, and it indicates creativity and joy and passion. So you are stepping into way more beautiful energy. And I see the next card coming out after 11-11. Positive movement forward. Number 8, very much about power and strength and sailing into that sun. Red border is all about building a new foundation for yourself and stepping into the golden, I mean, I call it this channel the new era, but the energy about it is very much the golden era, the golden energy. And you have a golden boat, you have golden sail, you have a golden sun. Like everything is golden for you after 11-11. And 8 is also about it's the infinity, so it's also about endless possibilities. Not like nothing will stop you now. And this big blue ocean, which could talk about just a lot of beautiful emotions, a lot of beautiful feelings. It could talk about heaps and heaps of energy and heaps of money. So really beautiful foundation that you're stepping into. Positive movement forward. That's really exciting for you, Virgo. So thank you so much, and happy 11/11. So Libra, welcome Libra to your 11/11 message. Let's see what you're leaving behind and what we're stepping into that's new for you. What are we leaving behind and what is new? That flip, but it didn't want to come out, so I wasn't even peeking. What are Libra leaving behind? There you go. And what are we stepping into after 11/11? Oh, that's beautiful. So first, rest and rejuvenate. So this is what they want to talk about that you leave behind. So there's something that really, really has brought you any imbalance. I mean, Libra, you are the balancer. You probably are the person that it's gonna hit you harder if there's injustice happening. I mean, this whole 2020 has just been a whirlwind of injustices, I have to say. On the bigger scheme, okay? I don't individually feel that myself because there's always a choice in what you choose to feel. But there's definitely being, let's say just karma is being restored everywhere. And the big ugly leaders are falling. The big ugly faces, the big ugly regimes are falling. And there's way, way, way more calm, soft, beautiful energy stepping forward now. And you felt this, Libra. I feel like you felt it, and you probably carried a whole lot of that energy on your shoulders. Number 4 is all about building a new foundation. It's also heart, all about the heart chakra. So daring to open that up and not feeling bombarded. And then also blue border speaks about Libra. It's about the authenticity. It's about the truth. It's about the realness of you, and that you just have so much needed that rest and rejuvenate. Rest and rejuvenate is what it says, to just go into that quiet meditation, being hermit mode, and probably not wanting to come out for quite some time. So this is what we're leaving behind. And then 9/11 comes out here, and I know that's a strange, strong message for at least Americans. It's like 9/11 is like such a strong. But if we just swap it up to say 11/9, and 11/9 for me, when that keeps coming up, it's my indicator of being a leader. It's like, take the leaderboard, be in charge, be the teacher that you know that you came to be. It just has become that for me. So you are way welcome to use that. And for some reason, I'm inspired to tell you about it now. So 9/11, 11/9 shows up when you're supposed to be a teacher or a leader of some sort in a situation. That can even be stepping up to be like a good parent in the moment, or a good friend, or a good daughter, son. Suffering in silence, those days are over. We have a number 9 there, which is more beauty than anything. It's the end of difficult situations, and it's also the unconditioned. Like now, before really seeing a change for the outer eye, feeling the change for the inner is the unconditioned. To just feel like it's happening, even though the physical evidence of it is not there yet. And so that's what you're stepping away from as well. It's like a little in between there, a little limbo. And then this. I mean, balance, it is a Libra card. It's like, and it's the 11. It's the first 11 that comes out. So the card 11 for your 11/11 message is super, super strong. You're so ready to make this shift, to go through this portal and just have complete balance within you. Complete balance within, so complete balance without. Brand new, strong beginnings, stepping through that portal. Very much in alignment with the universe, with the black border there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So everything else has to go, and just complete balance. Complete Libra. That's really exciting to hear. So those are your 11/11 messages. So thank you so much for watching, and happy 11/11. Scorpio, welcome Scorpio to your 11/11 message. Let's see what you're leaving behind and what you're stepping into. What are you leaving behind and what are you stepping into, Scorpio? They might not even want to talk about what you're leaving behind. What are we stepping into? They do though. Ah, but you got 2 6s. Oh, beautiful. So this is very much just letting go of the shade, letting go of the shadow side of you. Like, been living in the shadow side for quite some time. And learning as you go it comes out so strongly. Learning as you go. This is like leaving the fall behind and stepping into summer. With the number 6 there, and it's 2 number 6 coming out. And it's interesting because we had the number 6 coming out for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And then I don't believe that Cancer got number 6. Did they? I can't remember now. I just remember that it just didn't keep coming. But you get 2 number 6, and 6 is all about the connection with your heart, connection with your inner being, connection with your higher self. It's all about the connection with your non-physical, like that. Numerology wise, it's all about that connection. So it speaks, and when what you find there is just love. So that's why most people say that 6 is all about the love. 6 is all about the connection that will bring you to the love. You're moving on, you're stepping foot into the light. I think it perhaps could be the first real choice that, you know, you really are stepping away from whatever doesn't serve you anymore, and just making a real choice that, you know, I'm going for this. I am a way better version of myself. If something feels very upgraded with you already, and so you're already somewhat in the light here. You're leaving the past behind, but you're so much already in the light here. Moving on. Blue border, all about the authenticity, the realness, the truthfulness of you, and this is what you're stepping into with yet another number 6. Continuously the connection in there with your heart, with your inner being. Material and spiritual prosperity. I mean, it can't sum anything up better than that. It's like, it's a red border, laying a new foundation for yourself, starting over with the connection with your heart and with your inner being. It's like you can't go wrong, really. There's a connection with Libra, there's a connection with Gemini, with this card. It basically speaks about everything that you've been wanting, and just overlooking your manifestations, really, and how you come really far away with, like, this is you completely dressed in purple here, which is the foundation for your spirit, like a very pure spiritual foundation. So you still have that on here, like we have the spirit first, like the connection with spirit first, and then we have this beautiful red, whatever this is, on top of it. So it talks about, yes, we have the foundation that the red represents in the physical term. However, we have the spirit first. Spirit comes first, that connection, and then we're building everything from scratch. And you're doing that. You started to do that even before 11/11 is what I feel. So this is going to be a gorgeous, like the sun is drawing you in here, and here we're looking at the sun. So, and then double number 6. So it's probably a lot of love here for you guys. Probably a lot of love here. That's really beautiful, Scorpio. So thank you so much for watching, and happy 11/11. And Sagittarius, welcome Sagittarius to your 11/11 message. Let's see what you're leaving behind and what you're stepping into. Sagittarius, what are they leaving behind? And what are they stepping into? Really? You have me work here. Okay, so what we're leaving behind, throat chakra. So any type of unrealness, any type of anything that wasn't you, anything that doesn't serve you anymore, anything that's not in alignment with your authenticity, with your realness, with your truth, the truest version of you, whatever sort of doesn't serve you anymore, whatever doesn't fit that real version of you anymore is going to fall away, is what you're going to ask to fall away. So anything that is not authentic, you don't want to take with you. This is number 5, so it's all about the change. It's perhaps even a change in your life path and overcoming things from your past. This is a connection in with the universe. So you really are very much well on your way already, Sagittarius. And yeah, whatever, it doesn't necessarily always have to be bad, whatever we're stepping away from. We just outgrow it. We don't, like when we were growing up, and I have my little 2-year-old that, you know, he continues to grow so much, and sometimes, you know, he has this sweater for a month and then he's outgrown it, and then sometimes it's like he can have it for 4 or 5 months and then we have to give it away. But not one time have I ever said that that sweater is a bad sweater, or that they should feel ashamed of themselves, or that they have been really, you know, that they should feel really guilty for not fitting him anymore. Not should he feel guilty for not fitting into the sweater anymore. it's just life. We just move on and even treasure it by giving it to somebody else, or even, you know, selling it, or we don't want to take that to the extreme if it's a person, you know. That's not funny at all. So anyway, we don't want to judge or like put sometimes guilt on whatever we're outgrowing. It can be a relationship that you're outgrowing. It can be old beliefs that you're outgrowing. And just because we're outgrowing it, it doesn't mean that it was bad. It could have been a beautiful relationship up until this point, but something then had to give because you're moving on. They're moving on. We're letting go of what doesn't serve your highest authentic version, Sagittarius. That's what I'm feeling. We're moving into prosperity begins. So it's so beautiful what you're stepping into with the red border. New begins with the number 1, laying a new foundation for yourself. Prosperity begins. With this card, it's always about like how you planted the seed long ago. So whatever dreams or visions or fantasies that you had for such a long time is now coming to fruition. So even things, I feel like even things that you probably forgot, because it's like it's so long ago that you even forgot that was a wanting. And sometimes, I don't know how to put it. Well, let's just stay with this relationship, just for the analogy's sake. Let's say then that you meet a new person, you're outgrowing a person, then you meet a new person, and this new person, not only do they fit you so much in exactly where you're at in your life right now, but on top of that, they're a chef, or they're like a cook, or they're into basketball. I don't know. It's just something that you so long ago just, you know, wouldn't it be great if you could hire a chef that just made you dinner every day because you just really don't like to make the dinner yourself? Or where's the person that really enjoys sports as much as I do, or, you know, something like that. And then you meet this person and they fit the criteria so well. Then on top of that, they can cook. It's like you then, of course, also they can cook. It's like something that you've been wanting so badly, but you sort of don't consider it even to be a wish, or that it should follow the person that you're seeing, if that makes sense. And so it's like more of those things that you want, not just the thing that you want, but little other things are starting to fall into place as well. So it's a prosperity begins, beautiful new beginning, like almost a double new beginning here with the, it is 1111 with the portal, but with the number 1 there also, laying a new foundation for yourself. So a really beautiful start here for you, Sagittarius. So thank you so much for watching, and happy 1111. Capricorn, welcome Capricorn to your reading. 1111 message. Wow, I didn't even have time to, what do I do with all these? It's let go, okay. Wow, what are we moving into? This was supposed to be a quick message, guys. It's an in-between. What are you doing? Are you serious right now? Okay, in between, and what are we doing? Okay, I'm gonna try to make this, I guess this is a story. I see how this can be a story, because I mean, for all the other signs, basically I've done one card what you're letting go of and one card where you're stepping into. We have 3 cards of what you're letting go of and like your past, and then we have an in-between card, and then you have 4 cards to what you're stepping into. Capricorn, what are you doing to me? Okay, so I'm gonna show you heartache and loss, solitude, the Tower, and then triumph. That is what we're letting go of. You're not letting go of triumph. There's something, so heartache and loss, wherever there's been heartache and loss, wherever you felt heartbreak, heartache, like you couldn't deal, like it's too much to bear for your heart, it's too painful for your heart, whatever those breaking into, that's something that you're stepping away from now. I feel very lonely with this card as well. Like it's a very, I don't know, I feel very lonely. And then we have this solitude card, which speaks about the loneliness, but loneliness doesn't necessarily, like being alone doesn't necessarily meaning that you feel lonely, but I feel like you felt lonely. With this card, you felt lonely. Maybe not all day, every day, but this is what you're stepping away from now. So you also had the Tower, which means that there has been several main events, several big changes that has taken place in your life that you really had to deal with. But it has also shaped you. It has put you in this blue dress, which speaks about authenticity, really asking for what you want, really, really asking the universe for what you want. With this number 9, we speak about endings. We speak about endings and moving on into the bright future. There's a wish there, a star in the back, so you're starting to wish for what you truly, truly want. And that has made you go into this triumphant energy, to feel the triumph within you, to feel like you're in alignment with the universe. Probably not seeing so much shift around you yet, but feeling it. So this is what we're stepping out of just now when we're entering into 11/11. There's a little bit of change here in between, almost like a limbo situation. And there was one other sign that had this, like a little limbo situation. I think that was Gemini. Anyway, this emotional loss is just to sort of grieve for a second what you're letting go of. It can be something that you dealt with for such a long time that it has become a part of you. It's like when we have trouble to let go of a, I don't know, pair of pants or a sheet or a, I always take the jokes too far. I was going to say child. That's not funny. You've grown too fond of a child, so it's hard to let go. But sometimes, you know, even that, people go off to college or they move away from home or they, you know, they grow up and become independent. It's tough. It's emotional loss. It really is. It wasn't too far off anyway. So you're letting go of certain things that doesn't fit you anymore, but you're going to feel like there's a bit of an emotional loss because you've grown so fond of it. It has been your life for such a long time. So even though it's like, it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to move on, it's the right thing to let go, there's still this bittersweet feeling. Like, it still sucks for a few days, you know, or weeks or months, or however long it takes. But there's a sunshine in the back here. There's a sunshine going on there. So you're looking towards something really fantastical. And guys, I've not had this for any other sign, and you're my 10th sign. So let's just talk partnerships and alliances coming together there. Prosperity begins. Throat chakra and the Lovers. It's like everything and anything is gonna shift for you. So let's do this one at a time. So the throat chakra is all about, we had this starting there, what you're leaving behind, like what doesn't serve you anymore falls away. But what serves you is to step into this beautiful authenticity, like the beautiful realness of you. The throat chakra, really, when that opens up, anything that sort of doesn't fit you or serve you anymore has to fall away, and the truest version of you is starting to come out. It's like when you don't take any bullshit anymore. You just want to live the best life, and you start to feel like, I don't have time for any crap. I just want to live my best life. Prosperity begins. Number 1, brand new beginnings. Laying a new foundation, starting exactly from where you want to be. And it's not like you just have to start over. This seed has been planted a gazillion years ago. So we already have the roots down there for the tree. You nurtured it with there's been like healing hands here. You nurtured it for such a long time. So I feel like these are dreams and visions and fantasies that you had for such a long time that are now coming into fruition. With the number 1 there, it speaks about new beginnings. Partnerships and alliances. With the number 3, which speaks about joy, creativity, passion. So this could be for business. It could be for love as well. But it almost feels like you tick them off, all of them. So I feel like I'm drawn more to work and business here. Across the borders, coming together with maybe people you weren't expecting to work with. Maybe at first glance it looked like it was an unlikely relationship, partnership in business. But yet here you are, and it works so well. It's so beautiful because we're basing this business and we're basing this partnership on spiritual grounds and authenticity with this blue flag and this spiritual flag. So I love that. Coming together with certain people for your career, for your work, that is going to really, really be so beneficial and successful for you. And then to top it off, we have a soulmate connection. Number 6, all about the love. It's the connection in. We have the number 6 come out a lot through, and I love to see that because it means for the collective that there's a lot of love, a lot of connection is being made right now. Through the darkest times, there's more light couldn't come in if it tried. What? I mean that like in the best way. Like there's so much light coming in due to this darkness that has been going on. And so this is the connection between you and your higher self, but it's also a connection between you and another person. So this is actually the real first soulmate connection that I'm seeing across the board here that wants to come out here today, Capricorn. Meeting your person. After this 11-11, you're meeting your person. And real connection in there with the universe, again, with the black border. So beautiful for you. It's like a little mini whole reading here for you with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. 8 representing strength, endless possibilities, infinity. So that's your little mini readings. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. Happy 11-11. So Aquarius, welcome Aquarius to your 11-11 message. Let's see what you're leaving behind and what we're stepping into. What are we leaving behind and what are you stepping into? Just shot out there. Wow. 7-7. Completion. That's beautiful. And then adding up, we have a number 14. So let's just do 7 here first. So patience and planning is what you're stepping away from, which means that the patience and planning are over. You don't have to be patient anymore. You don't have to plan anymore. I love when, so this card represents, it's a Libra placement here somewhere as well, Libra influence. I love how this first here is like a sketch, is like a blueprint of something. And then we move on and here's the actual manifestation of it. So 7 is all about the manifestation. And if you haven't heard me before, you probably haven't heard me before, talk about this cake. How you have just over the years understood what the best ingredients are and just starting to put those together to make the perfect cake. And we've even had it in the oven. You even passed Here's the waiting game. We're even past the patience and planning now. That's the waiting for the cake to be perfectly ready. This 7 is all about taking out the cake and now enjoying it. So it's really beautiful and we have a double 7 here. So you're so ready for this 11-11 shift. You're so ready to step into this newfound place. I almost see this like, yeah, we have a sketch here what you wanted, and then we have the manifested version. Yet this is like the precursor. It's almost like, yes, we have the finished product here, but it's still puny to what's going to sort of rise up behind there. It's almost like for some reason I see it as the Eiffel Tower. I have no idea. It doesn't look like the Eiffel Tower, but that's what comes to mind. So maybe some French connection or French influence here somehow. Paris. Just a monument. So probably a monumental shift for you, that you're leaving something very, very old in the past, building a new foundation for yourself. And then this next number 7, it's a strong indicator that it's done with the double 7 here. The double 7 also represents protection, that the angels are with you. Give any sort of worry away to the angels if you want to. You're stepping into triumph. So this is all about planning and be patient about the new beginning, laying a new foundation. And here we have the foundation in the palm of your hand. It's like you're riding with that flag. It's the red represents the foundation. It represents the new mark of where you're headed. The black border is all about the connection in with the universe. You're triumphant, like coming through this 11-11 portal. What's going to start for you on the other side of that? It's so much triumphant energy. It's so much. I feel the I feel that word, triumphant energy, because you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and planning and planning and planning. This is the time. I love how the sun is in the back. Like the sun is out here and the sun is in the like the sun is shining on you. So very, very strong message here for you that it's done. Adding those up, like reducing 7 plus 7 equals 14. 14 for me is the most beautiful number in numerology. And I made it up because it's not the unique frequency. It just has become that for me, like between me and my guides. So 12 is all about the masculine, 13 is the divine feminine. And 14 has just become next level. 14 is now, numerology-wise, what we're stepping into. So that's really gorgeous for you, Aquarius. I'm really happy for you with the 7-7 there. So happy. Thank you for watching. And happy 11-11. So, Pisces, last one out. Welcome, Pisces, to your 11-11 message. I survived. Bit sweaty, but I survived this. I'm gonna be exhausted after it. What are we letting go of here, Pisces, and what are we stepping into? What are we letting go of, and what are we stepping into? What are Pisces letting go of? What are they stepping into? Something very specific, and I do not have the muscles to shuffle today, so anytime now. Wow, Pisces. Do we want that? Yeah, that is a very specific card. One more, thank you. Wow. Wow. So, we have 16, disruption, which is Tower, and then we're stepping into lucky number 21, the universe. So, I mean, it couldn't be bigger opposites. That's why it's going to be so grand for you, Pisces. So, the darker you've been able to go, dare to go, been brave to go, the lighter you're going to go. So disruption with this number 16. 16 is all about sudden shift and sudden changes. it sort of represents the Tower, which is all about when the Tower represents a big shift, and usually it's sort of not positive, but take it as when you've done numerous relationships and you really have learned so much about yourself, and at the end of the day you don't want to not have had those relationship issues or relationships because they've taught you so much about yourself and you've grown so much, or you've been through some business or career situation where, you know, maybe there's even been bullying at work, or there has been big shifts and changes there where you really had to question your own, like, I don't know, I have no idea why JC come to mind. He just does. JC, the rapper, the mogul when it comes to like music. Beyonce's husband, if you don't know who he is. I know that he went through numerous, like he really looked for a record label that he wanted to be signed with, and just nobody would take him on. And just at the end of the day, and feeling really discouraged, they just, after getting some energy back, deciding to start his own label. And he's like one of the biggest, like he now has these, if you're not into music, just know that he's like one of the greatest, and he has so many artists signed to his record label. And you know, and had it not been for, had he been signed to one of those early record labels that he really was turning to and wanting, feeling like this is the path, probably he would not sit with this music empire today, being like the head of his own music business. So that's what I feel with this Tower, that, you know, whatever shifts and changes and hardships and whatever in you know, J.K. Rowling now comes to mind. I don't know why these, that she also, Harry Potter, if that wasn't obvious, that she went to, I don't know, 8 or 12 or like some ridiculous amount of publishers, and they just kept saying no, and she just had this nudge, this feeling that, you know, if they just take me on, like it doesn't have to be the greatest publisher on the earth, but if they just take me on, if they just will publish me, I know, she was like, I know in my heart this is going to be big. And so she just kept at it. And imagine if she stopped at number 7, you know, there wouldn't be Harry Potter in the world, and there would be a lot of people saying that would be a shame. So there's something to this Tower and the sudden shift and the sudden changes, and you really had to work at it. You really had to work hard at it, but it has made you into this powerhouse. And I see you as a rocket here, like you're shooting through the, like you're being set on fire because you're moving so fast now due to everything that has happened in the past. That's what we're leaving prior to 11/11. And this universe card is what you're stepping into. This is like, which happens now as well. Usually I don't have too much to say when this comes out because it just sums everything up. It's everything you want in a card. It's lucky number 21. There's nothing more to add or withdraw from that number. It's just, it talks about when you're just constantly lucky, when you're at the right time when you're at the right place at the right time, when timing is on your side, when you feel like you're just right, when things are just falling into place. The universe with the vortex there, with your own treasure chest, skattkista in Swedish, you're just opening up one thing after the other. It just falls into your lap with all those stars, like wish fulfillments, one after one. This is your moment, Pisces. So at the very end here, 2020, or perhaps early, because we have the lucky number 21. I mean, it's not too far. We're a couple of weeks out from the year. It's like 3 weeks into Christmas month, you know? And then we're in 2021. And I don't know about you, but I'm happy to be in 2021. So 2021 seems to be the luck that you're searching for. 2021 is your year where everything that this was not It's 2 black borders. So equally how far down the rabbit hole you've been willing to go, you're going to now step into. This is just, I love how we're ending with this. We're ending with this universe card. So if anybody of you have just listened all the way through, just know that this is for you. It really is for you. Okay? I'm so happy for you, Pisces. You're looking into everything you want. This is you looking yourself in the mirror saying, okay, I'm ready for anything and everything. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much for watching, and happy 11/11. Take care, everybody.